welcome to Everyone CEO, the third presentation. In this series of presentations, I want to discuss together with you important themes in life such as meaning and happiness. I do this because I believe that in the search for both, we make it too hard on ourselves by focusing on stuff we cannot control. Secondly, I believe that we don't need anything, no special talents, no special anything, just these presentations and the knowledge which is in it. And as thus a result, I believe that everyone can do this. In the second presentation, we talked about the power of our thoughts. We give way too many power to our thoughts. The way we think about objects do not define the objects, and we can do anything else than our thoughts tell us to do. We should give them far less power than we do today. It'll give us much freedom. Today, in the third presentation, I want to talk about goal settings. How do we do that, right? If we are a CEO, we want to get somewhere, we have to set ourselves goals. How do we go about that? Okay, I want to start with a small story, and that is the story of Warren Buffett, which we all know as the richest guy on the planet, but he still lives in his first house that he bought in the 60s with his first money. Warren Buffett is the richest guy on the planet, and if he walks out of the house, he steps into a Cadillac. Not a Ferrari. Warren Buffett is the richest guy on the planet, and if he goes to work in the morning, he stops at McDonald's for a bacon and egg sandwich of $3. Two things come to notice when I tell the story. One, Warren Buffett is the richest guy on the planet, and secondly, he doesn't give a damn about money. Now this is very strange, because if we look at the literature like self-help books and management books, they all say the same thing, like you have to set yourself a goal, otherwise you will achieve nothing, you will get nowhere. But it doesn't seem that that is the thing that Warren did. So what about this goal setting? We can have a look at what science tells us about it, and there we can listen to Dr. Psychiatrist Viktor Frankl. The best guy, he was a Holocaust survivor, and in the concentration camps he learned a thing or two about goal setting, amongst others, goal setting. He says the following: consciously setting yourself a goal will make achieving it impossible. Why is that? Well, he says, if you consciously set a goal, you will focus on it, the focus will become more, it will become an obsession, and you will become blind, and that is what prevents you from getting your goal. Okay. If that's not the thing we should do, what is then the thing we should do? And also Victor had the answer to that. That is, the things we want to get out of somewhere, and your personal gain, you cannot strive for them directly, you have to strive for them indirectly. They have to be the consequence of something else. They have to be the byproduct of a different main product. And that main product, what is that? Victor knew, that is the meaning of your life. Wow, that is fake. Let me explain. The meaning of your life is a simple answer, no, is a difficult answer to a simple question, being, what are you going to do for someone else, right? How are you going to help other people? To sum this up, your personal gain, right? The things you want to get out of something, that is your personal value, is 100% dependent on the value you deliver to other people. That's the law of Viktor Frankl, and I now want to prove it to you with an example. A comparison between Fire Festival and Tomorrowland. So, let's start with Fire Festival. What was the goal of Fire Festival? That's clear, that was money. How do we know that? Well, they promised to their customers luxury wooden villas on their luxury island, but in reality they were only emergency tents. They promised to their customers multi-course Michelin star dinners, but in reality they were just bread and sandwiches and cheese. That's all. They hired a consultant to help them in the preparations of the festival. This consultant saw the disaster and said, guys, we need to postpone this festival with another year so we can more decently prepare for our customers. But the organization of Fire Festival said, no, Fire Festival will take place this year and we will be legendary. That last thing they actually achieved, but not in the way that they thought they would. Because of course, this festival was indeed a disaster. There was never a band that played because there was no stage ready. The people who got there, they had no place to sleep, they had nothing to eat, they could just go back home. The result, of course, a large debt, many $million lawsuits, and in the end, even worse, jail for the organizers of the Fire Festival due to fraud. On the other hand, we have Tomorrowland, the biggest dance festival in the world. They have a different goal, and that is value. They want to deliver value to their customers. How do we know? Well, if you order a ticket from Tomorrowland, it is sent home to you in a wooden box. Tomorrowland, if you walk around there over a bridge, every panel of the bridge has the Tomorrowland logo engraved on it. Every bolt that you can see on the head of it has the Tomorrowland logo engraved. Every lamppost is decorated in the theme of the year with the Tomorrowland logo on it, of course. They invest many of it into the value towards their customers. And they could, of course, not do it, because if they don't do this, spend all their money on that, they can maximize their profits in that way. But that's not their goal. Not according to the organizers of Tomorrowland, which, in comparison to those organizers, do not drive around in Maseratis and are not on the cover of every magazine. They say, Tomorrowland, it only has one goal, and that is to perpetuate Tomorrowland. We want Tomorrowland to exist for another 30 years. And we want to do that by providing value to our customers so that they come back. What is the result of this value-based approach? Well, last edition, there was a revenue of 202 million euros for Tomorrowland. Not bad at all. And this is the law of Viktor Frankl. Consciously setting yourself a goal will make achieving it impossible. Your personal gain, your personal value is 100% dependent on the value you deliver to other people. Okay. I want now to use the second part of the presentation to set some conditions, right? The answer to the question what you're going to do for someone else, it has to meet some conditions in order to be good, right? Condition number one. The answer to the question what you're going to do for someone else, your main goal, well, it has to be unachievable. Unachievable for this reason. We do not want to step into this trap. Look at Tomorrowland. They say our goal is that Tomorrowland should exist for another 30 years. And it isn't so that next year the counter is on 29 and then 28. No. It remains 30. Look at it this way. Tomorrowland, they will never achieve their goal, but they will always be there. Nice to think about. Well, you might say, Don, if that is true, how will I ever get satisfaction out of achieving my goals if I have to set myself unachievable goals? Well, the answer to that question is, you don't get any satisfaction out of achieving goals. Just envision, right? Imagine. You're here right now and you just achieved an amazing goal, right? And there is a big party, and on that party the president is there and you get your hands shook by the president. Great, right? Now imagine yourself the day after, tomorrow, the day after the big party. What are you going to do with the rest of your life? Are you going to sit on the couch and watch Netflix all day? Or are you going to sit on the couch and watch the video of the party last night where you shook the hand of the president? Yeah? I don't think so. That's fun for an hour or a day, maximum a week. And after that, you need something new, right? Achieving goals doesn't give us any satisfaction other than maybe an hour a day or a week. Striving for goals, that is what keeps us going. That is what gives us satisfaction. Okay. Then you're going to say, Don, I understand. So, my unachievable goal will be, I want to make 1 trillion euro. It cannot be about money. This trap is the one that we need to avoid. Because, make no mistakes, we, you, me, we are no better than those guys who are in jail. No better. This is a trap we can all step into. Right? It is deep inside our brain and it's the urge driver which is responsible for it. We have to avoid this at all cost. With this, I do not want to say that money is not important. Look at Tomorrowland, right? The build-up of Tomorrowland, the festival, costs 80 million euro. Without that 80 million euro, there is no Tomorrowland. Without money, nothing happens in this world. There's nothing wrong with making money. There's nothing wrong with making shitloads of money. As long as this money serves a purpose other than making money by itself, right? The money has to be to create more value. Then it is okay to make shitloads of money. So condition number 1, it has to be unachievable and it cannot be €1 trillion. Condition number 2. That is, if we are going to help people, we have to stick with helping people, not saving people. In our lives, we can only save ourselves, and the maximum we can do is help other people save themselves. We cannot directly save other people. A metaphorical example. If someone walks up to you and says, I'm hungry, right? There's 2 things that you can do. 1, you can give them fish. And secondly, you can learn them how to fish. The first is saving them. The second one is helping them save themselves. That is what we should focus on, the second thing. This is important to protect ourselves. It is my biggest trap personally, right? That I do that a lot. And the problem is that I give away all my fish, right? Again, I'm speaking metaphorically, right? I'm not a big fisher. Metaphorically speaking, I give away all my fish. And then I'm the one who's hungry. So I hurt myself a lot by giving away all my fish. Self-protection. That is, however, not easy, right? First off, we love being a hero. We love saving people. We want the eternal love, the eternal adoration of all those people. That is why we love to be the hero so much. One of my personal big trappings. Avoid that at all costs. You will damage yourself. Second reason why this is so difficult. If people come up to you and they say, I'm hungry, they are not waiting for a fish lesson. Oh, no. They want fish. They want their hunger to be resolved immediately. So if you're going to talk about fish lessons, well, they're going to be mad. They're going to be angry. They will not like you. So to get rid of them, you start giving fish. Don't do it. Third thing why this is so hard. Well, if you look at our economy, right? A lot of money in this world is made by selling fish, right? If we really want to help people, right? If we really want to help society, humanity, right? Make it big. Then we want self-reliant, self-dependent people. If we want to fix the hunger in the world, right? Back to the fish example. If we want to save the hunger in the world, we need to make sure that everyone is able to catch their own fish, right? Then all the hunger is immediately resolved. But, of course, if the entire world has self-dependent, self-reliant people who need nothing, there is very little money to be made out of those people. And let me be clear about this as well. I'm not saying that if you walk down the street and someone drops in front of you with a heart attack, you should not save him, right? Save those people. But if someone is in front of you, back to the fish example, who is able-bodied, right, physically and mentally capable of catching their own fish, learn them how to fish, do not give them any fish under no circumstance. So, second condition, help people, don't save them. Third condition is small steps. If you set yourself your main goal, right, your main value, the value you're going to live to other people, the first small step, you have to be able to take it within this and 10 minutes. If that is impossible, the goal is no good. Why is this important? Well, we people, we are procrastinators. This is completely normal, right? Our complete organism is built to do that, right? It is built to conserve energy for when our life is in danger. We're back when we were living in the savannas. We still have that. That's why we are also so big and procrastinators. To avoid that, right, we need small steps. To get ourselves to do something small is much easier than to get ourselves to do something big, right? So small steps get us going. Secondly, is life itself. Because what happens in life, we all know it. Shit. Fucking shit happens. And shit does not discriminate. Shit happens to me. Shit happens to you. Shit happens to fucking everyone. But what we need to do if shit, no, not if, when shit happens, we need to get up, dust off, and take yet again the first small step towards our big goal. So it gets us going and it keeps us going, the small steps. Because every big, audacious goal, people, is set up about thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of small steps, rarely any big steps. Look at Tomorrowland, right? They did not start out as the biggest dance festival in the world. No, not at all. They started as a very local Boy Scouts party. That's it. And along the way, they had many difficulties. Investment companies going bankrupt, partners running away with all their money, right? They had many obstacles to overcome. Small steps is what got them where they are. Condition number 3, small steps. And to conclude this presentation, I want to send you home with a call to action. Because the thing you should not be doing right now is to seclude and isolate yourself for another year and start thinking about, oh, what is the value that I'm going to deliver to the world, how am I going to help people? No! What you're going to do right now, within this and 10 minutes, is to do 2 things. Look at your professional life. The work you do, whatever it is, has value. To whom? Which value? And how can you increase that value by 1%? Small steps. You're going to do the same thing in your personal life, right? You also deliver value there. To whom? Your parents, your spouse, your children, whatever. Whom? What is that value? And how can you increase that value by 1%? Small steps. And, let's be clear, you can be selfish about it. Don't do it for everyone else. Do it for yourself, because I will assure you that if you do this, if you increase the value you deliver to other people, that your personal value will increase as a result of it. Okay? Go about it now. Next presentation, Everyone CEO, we will be discussing uncertainty. We have a lot of uncertainty in our lives. How do we deal with that? So, for now, increase your value, and I will be talking to you next presentation. Bye for now. Ciao.